Last time, I was going to say last week, but that's not last week. 2 weeks ago. Last time that I worked on this, I basically did the Polypaint, just so we get like an idea of the color breakup, and the Polypaint is going to help us in the next texturing stage anyway. So it's a good thing we have this guy here. So I was working on the arm here, and basically, well, the Polypaint is not done on the arm, but I did choose like a few. Anyways, right now I am at the stage of finishing the forearm and then the arm, and then I'll be done. So, so yeah, I guess let's get to it. Let's get to it. Today I'm really on the clock, so I won't be able to do too much, but let's go with it. I am not sure I will keep the Polypaint for everything. So once again, just remember, pretty much all the subtool on the arm are on in dynamic symmetry. So we have to make sure to not lose the gizmo position for any of it. The gizmo position is here right now, and it's actually what's dictating the symmetry once you activate local symmetry, because it's in dynamic mode. And that's why the forearm is symmetrical, so we're gonna want to not lose this, but I do want to detach this piece though. So I'll duplicate the object. I'll just mask parts of it. Ooh, I cannot use the mask rectangle because dynamic symmetry doesn't work with it. Neither does selection. So yeah, those are kind of like the restrictions of that tool, unfortunately. Okay, once we have that, we can erase everything. I'm actually going to do a Dynamesh. Smooth the edges. I'm just gonna do a simple Z remesh on this. Says not working. As far as I know, Z remesh should work. Oh no, wait, I just have to switch stage to. Oops, I do not have my switch state anymore. I lost it somehow. I thought I could do actually the Z remesh. Oh wait. Is it because it's on the wrong side of the character? I think it's because it's on the wrong side of the character. I should have worked on the left side. I'm pretty sure it is. But I won't be able to actually do a mirror while keeping my gizmo. So, yeah. Yes, I used a stager. Well, I would have used a stager to do what I tried to do right there, but I lost the stager stage. So I'm actually going to work without Z remesh. I'm actually going to stay in Dynamesh. Yeah, that tool is like so close to be really awesome. It's just there's a couple of things that doesn't work with it. It's just like I'll get rid of the character. I'll just keep the mechanical arm. And I'll get rid of the polypaint on the objects that that are work in progress. The Gruber, you're about to go to sleep. No sleep for you. This is another subtool that's below everything. It should just not really stick out. There we go. So since I placed a joint in there, I'm going to probably try to just follow somewhat of the shape of what's underneath. This is going to account for layering, which is always important. Kind of like have a redundancy in between what's below and under an object. Maybe not a redundancy, but like an accountability, let's say. Also, looking at your mesh with a metallic object, always good to make sure it's properly clean. When I lose it, I start off with stager and then I get lost in the process, mess up my origin or something. Yeah, I know, it's it happens to me also like a lot. There's just like, I feel there's like a few like fail safe that are missing with those tools. And so it's kind of like it's on like the users to make sure to not forget about it. Which is it's hard because there's like a lot of things to take into account when using that tool to like not mess up, and it kind of like blocks a little bit like of the creative freedom and everything. I'm really hoping that they're going to concentrate on that on the next updates. So now I can continue with Dynamesh, maybe a little bit higher. That should be good. I can subdivide now. I always like to smooth things out. Once you do like a H-polish pass, you just smooth things a little bit. With shift, but release your finger from the button shift before moving. It does like a relax. I find that like Dynamesh responds better to stuff like that. And we have this like layer under. Maybe I can keep it, play around with it. You have an undo limitation on your ZBrush configuration. No, I never really played with that option. Sometimes I do get like limitation when I get like a mesh that is extremely heavy. ZBrush seems to like put a restriction. But otherwise, no, not really. So a clay brush, really good to create bevels. If a bevel you want. I'm thinking I'm gonna just want to have like rounded edges. So I'm just gonna create a bevel and then I'll do it cleaner than that. Start with the clay and then use clay but with a lazy mouse. Just like a bevel, then a bevel of a bevel of a bevel. And when you smooth after, it should actually give something round enough. There's like a nice like beveling tool that they added, but it doesn't work on a curve, so alas. Just have to smooth enough and it becomes round. So this is the quick and dirty way of going at it. Doesn't make the most polished results, but for the intention of this model, it'll be enough. I'll put a couple of details on this. Kind of like details that come back once in a while, those big bolt kit things. Final works pretty well with like that stylization that I have on my character. Maybe they're a little bit too vertical. Good. Alright, that's cool. I like this. Maybe we can just slap an alpha on top. It'll make enough details. Let's load a couple of alphas. Boom. Perfect. Okay, that's just to define the kind of like where the object would stop. Normally I would have clip curve to like get rid of the excess, but With dynamic symmetry we don't, so we have to do it kind of like by hand, which is a setback for sure, but it's kind of like doable. Clay buildup has like a property for like pushing the mesh, like if you just look at it on its side. So if you use like the brush and you just like brush to the outside of the shape, it kind of like push things inwards. This is all stuff like you discover when you play around with the meshes and everything, like the brush, the properties of the brush, let's say. Alright. I'm gonna create kind of like a rim detail, a trim, sorry, trim detail. So kind of like a detail that's on the outside of this mesh. So I'm just gonna mask it. And then I'm going to... So first I was just like masking everything. Now I'm actually trying to be somewhat clean. Here it's very thin, it might actually not look good. I know how to fix it afterwards though, so I'll just do this. So what I'll do is... Wait, did I lose my gizmo? No, I'm still good. I'm just gonna go into formation and do an inflate on this. Okay, the resolution is not super to do this. Oh, I'll do it anyway. I'll try to fix it afterwards. Don't need for it to save. I'll hide this. I'll shrink this. Mask, shrink, unmask. And then I have this little section for my mask here. And I can inflate negative this. Oops. To go inwards. No, it doesn't work well. What if I dynamesh and I smooth it? Nope. See, if I would have a Z remeshed it instead of dynamesh, this would have actually looked better. But yeah, like I'll need to smooth it a lot for it to look good, which was not part of the plan. But now that it's done, maybe I can actually orb crack it a little bit to give it a bit of depth back. What the hell is happening? Not bad, I guess. It's not super clean, but I think it'll do. Little H polish pass can can help. This is a bit nitpicky to do this, but might as well show you that it's doable. And now we have this rim detail here. Now I'm gonna add a layer. First of all, I just want to see if the resolution is good enough. See, resolution is good on the inside of the face, so it was just on the sides. Add a layer. We're gonna add a few. Right. Just a little trim detail like this. A little bit bigger. So technically, like the outside of like this mesh should be gray. Maybe I can put it just gray right now. Gray and metallic. Technically, I could have done the Polypaint while I was masking to do the kind of like extraction around the trim. I would have saved a few minutes, but I didn't think about it because I was distracted by something else. You can even do like the inside part if you want. Not that it's gonna help with much, but we can put back the layers. So this is just like a little added detail around it. That's too deep. I'm gonna smooth the edges a little bit. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's cool enough. Yeah, that's cool. You see, that could be enough. That could be enough of details. A little quaint little detail on the edge right there. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. Sleepiness is winning. Have a great stream. Good night. Alright, have a good one, the Gruber. Effect Sculpteur. Yo, 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 yo. This one I might sculpt without the thing on the edge of the arm. Or maybe I should actually keep it because I have to take into account that there's going to be asymmetrical pieces around it. That might actually be smarter if I do this. So yeah, let's just give them a bit of shape. Oops. Change the song. Yeah, that piece had some like parts sticking out from inside, so I kind of like just removed it. Hey Margot, I hope you're doing great. If you were to doing this character for game, would you retopo and bake or model it with subdivision and bake to low poly? No, I would do a retopo on top of this. I would sculpt it this way, and then at some point I would do a retopo. Like a low resolution retopo. With its own UVs, and then bake on that high res. But I would actually have a reusing meshes. So I want those lines to kind of like follow the lines of the arm, and there was like a dip in the shape, so I'm just using the move brush to really get the orientation that I want. So there's like the bevels are of a considerable size, and it's kind of like part of the style to do like those like big bevels here, these ones, or like these kind of like thicknesses for like these plates. They're all like part of like a certain stylization. Like big details like this, I find that they actually cartoonize things a little bit. And already I like know that cartoon is not the appropriate word that I'm trying to use. But there's a certain like, I don't know, there's a certain like stylization or fantasy to like having things like this thick or whatever. Because I mean, if you take for example like Warhammer 40K, whatever, like there's like a lot of like big like thicknesses for like the armor pieces and everything. Like it creates like a really like a bulkiness, but a bulkiness that is kind of like stylized. I can't find. I always go back to that word, stylized, because if you look at like movies, like the Marvel movies and everything, like they're trying to not be stylized. They're trying to be as realistic as possible, or maybe not as realistic as possible, but on the realistic side of things. And it's a choice. It's a choice. It's true that like when you use finesse, you're always going to actually have like a more like grounded style. Not always. I should stop talking in absolutes. And at the end of the day, these are just observations, right? Like I don't have the answer to everything, but it's really my feeling on that, for sure. Yeah, working with volumes is way different for smaller scales. Yeah, I was not necessarily making a point about the scale of a character, really more like its style, but when you're working on small scale, like miniatures and stuff, you're kind of like gonna have to go for like these big volumes if you want to have a good readability for the results after printing. So that's another reason to be using like big volumes and such. So it's not always a question of style in that sense, or in that context maybe. So that's a good point. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. I'm looking for a cylindrical shape that I maybe have laying around somewhere. I don't think I have it on this character. Oh, that's true. I forgot I actually never integrated that part here. There we go. Boom. I think I'll just create it myself then. Oh yeah, now the question is how do you move that without fucking up your gizmo? Once again. I think I can just... No, see that fucks up the gizmo. I don't want to be moving it like this. Okay, so if I click... Okay. So this way I didn't transform the gizmo, I just changed it. Then I could put back the gizmo and it's still good. Woo! Workarounds we have to do. I don't need to have the cat anymore, it's just slowing them. There we go. I'll do like a cut right there. There we go, it looks more integrated. So that's good. The back part, I'll just figure out what I'll do with that later. Or, wait. I could actually work on something here, maybe add it thing like a tube. Yeah, smaller than that, but that should be a good shape. Inflate negatively. Just trying to keep a few of the polys here to... Oops, oh yeah, that's true. No selection tools, or at least I actually have to use it on both. Remove the symmetry. then do the selection. Close and convex holes, so it's... Oh, this one doesn't work in... Ah, wait. My symmetry was not activated, that's true. Oh no, it's... I needed another loop. There we go. So the orientation is a bit off, and once again, because we're using symmetry and there's a few restriction, it's kind of like awkward sometimes do a few of the moves, but yeah, okay, that could be alright. I just need to put this another color. Or you know what, I can also just like insert like a little cylinder here. Oops, just have to get rid of a... Ah, they're not facing the right direction. Since I'm working in symmetry. So I would need to have a... Oh wait, I think I actually created a tool like this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'll come back on those little details here later. I'll go back to this. This shape here. So here I'm thinking of doing another grid-like detail. I'm gonna read the chat a little bit. Thank you, Marco. You always answer questions. I've noticed that you are using H-Polish at light speed. Can you give us some tip about H-Polish brush? Because I know that one of the most effective brushes. Thanks. Well, I mean, the point of using H-Polish is to polish in two directions at the same time when you're, at least when you're polishing like a surface like this. Also, like you'll notice the surface is curved a little bit. If you press too hard on it, you're going to absolutely flatten your mesh, which is not what you want. You want to always keep it like with light touches. Your mesh should already have what kind of like the shape you want. H-polish is just to accentuate the surface or to clean the surface. So if it's supposed to be like a round like object, it should already like be like round if you want to make it rounder. And then H-polish, you use it on the surface, like I said, both directions. So you go in this direction and then you go in the other direction to kind of like clean it. And to remove the brush strokes, you just use smooth. Like once that you've put the you've used H-polish, it's going to be easy to remove the brush strokes with smooth. Like see, there's still some brush strokes here. Just using smooth, and they're gone. That's a little tip. Hey, I wanted to write that I admire your skill in modeling. I have been revisiting your streams for several days to learn myself. Purely by chance, I saw a link to the Twitch channel and decided to subscribe, and here is the stream. That's cool. I apologize for the mistakes. I myself am from Russia and I write through a translator. Good luck and enjoy you and your baby. That's nice. Thank you. I appreciate the message. That's really nice. About Gizmo, I can give you a tip when you want to move the unmask area while you're on dynamics symmetry mode without breaking the symmetry gizmo. You just need to undo and redo right after you clicked a unmasked area with transpose master. Okay, I think I know what you mean, because I kind of like have a tool that I use the mask and undo to fix. So I think I know what you mean. Next time I come across it, I'll try. Sometimes I use, when I know I'm doing like a straight angle, I will be using planar to make them planes. Here they were like not totally like straight planes, so I can use planar, but like I kind of like moved it afterwards, and it's like enough to cheat that it should have been. Also consider using orb crack instead of dam standard for the for doing like cavities that should feel like beveled. I've just subdivided right there, by the way, because I was not getting the resolution that I needed. Also, like, I've been stretching that mesh a little bit, so it's kind of like normal that it's not, that it requires more subdivision. At some point I could have considered like dynameshing and Z remeshing then. It's also something else I could have done. Oof, I don't know how this looks here. It's a bit messy down there. I'm kind of like being not super clean because it's like a bit of a hidden part, so once again, when something is kind of like more hidden, I tend to not be as clean. I don't know, yeah, see I don't have enough resolution here, so I should strongly consider like dynameshing and reset-meshing this this mesh. Maybe not now, but let's say I'm starting to have more and more reasons to do so. But if I lost my stager, I can't put it back on in the middle to do the Z remesh, so that's the part that's gonna suck. I could check right now if I lost my stager. Yeah, you see this one, I lost the stager, it's like exploding when I'm trying to get it back, so yep, that sucks. I'll let it save this time. I've been looking for this content for a long time to learn how to model, and I'm so glad I met you. That's cool. It's a pity that I don't understand what you're saying, but I follow every action very closely. I'm learning from the video you released 2 years ago. That's cool. Check their website, they're selling tutorial. Yeah, we do. We're selling stuff. Marco's so efficient. Well, thank you. He doesn't wait for updates. He takes them. He makes them. You don't need Stager to Z remesh. Well, I mean, I think I'm on the wrong side of the scene to Z remesh because. Let's try. Oh, wait. Okay, well, why my mesh from earlier didn't want to Z remesh then? Was it because like the mesh was corrupted? Maybe, yeah. Okay, well that's good. I kind of like wrongly assumed that I was on the wrong side of the scene to Z remesh. So good. I'll be able to Z remesh eventually when I want. What is the stager? The stager is a way for you to have an object in the middle of your scene, place it, and be able to always put it back in the middle of your scene. But sometimes you kind of like lose the thing that like makes him remember how to get back in the middle of the scene. So yeah, that's the thing that can get frustrating. Sorry. I found a collection of alphas on your website. Can I buy them? And so, will I have any problem using them for any games? Please write the answer in the chat and we'll translate. There you go. I wrote it. Good afternoon, Marco. How have you been? Pretty busy. Very extremely busy, but fine. I'm doing good. Doing good. Doing good. Can't complain too much. Well, actually, you know what? Things are super hard right now. I don't know why I'm just not giving an honest answer. But like hard in a good way, I guess. Just pretty busy. Well, there's a lot of things happening. House getting renovated. There's this, then there's that. There's a lot of things. A lot of things happening at once. I think I'm actually going to push this inside on the joint part because I don't want to have to redo this. Okay, the primary shapes are pretty good down there. A bit of H polish here, things were a bit wonky. using depth mask to draw this here without the mesh going higher than the lowest part. In some area it's a bit too much. Let's remove that depth mask. Oh, it's bleeding a little bit more, a little too much. Okay, at this point I think I'm gonna start like using layers, and or maybe should I Dynamesh and Z remesh? Yeah, okay. I'll do something over here. Let's save under a new iteration. Alright, let's just clone this for a sec so it's alone. So I'm going to duplicate this. This one I'm going to keep as the master. This one I'm actually going to rework. I'm going to start by lowering the subdivision. Actually, you know what? I'm going to Dynamesh this. So it actually keeps most of the shape and everything. And this is maybe a bit heavy. It's going to slow things down. There we go, that should be alright. And let's do a Z remesh at around 8000. Like for sure, like the stager is going to explode now. Well, I mean, it already exploded, but that would have like made the stager explode for sure. But it should retain its gizmo, which is the important part. Why? Wait, is the gizmo like off? It shouldn't, because like, no, it doesn't look off. Why did this remesher didn't work? Okay. Well, you know what? If this remesh doesn't work, I'm just gonna use Dynamesh then. I'm gonna Dynamesh to a very low level. And I'm going to reproject this. Oh, I forgot to mirror and weld before. Actually, you know what? I don't want a Z remesh. Especially if it's gonna bug like this. Just cleaning the bevel a little bit. Yeah, okay, so there we go. I'm gonna add layers here. And to be able to push those mesh inside. Wait. Oh yeah, I used that's because I used the mask. The mask triangular. It doesn't work with the local subdivision local symmetry. Jesus. Actually, I'll use the depth for this here. Alright, 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 alright. Actually, I think all of these I'm just gonna keep them. I'm gonna place the Polypaint on these right now. How many million poly am I for this piece? 2.5 million. So I could subdivide one last time without the my PC getting really laggy because of, well, at least like while it's working on that mesh. So let's take that in consideration in case I need to get rid of like the jagginess of like certain areas. Oops. Okay, I'll use the depth mask now. It sounds like TikTok music, that song right there. I don't consume TikTok, but I know the TikTok style of music very well. Because it's the pretty much everything you hear on every single videos. Sounds like the top 5 generic music. That's what I mean. Alright, let's just read the chat. I've been ignoring it for a while. Can you use alphas and it copies the attributes for the posed part to set up a symmetry line. Yeah, but it doesn't work all the time. It can break easily. You need to delete half of your model by delete by symmetry, and reset remesh will smooth group equals zeros and local symmetry off, then activate symmetry, mirror it, and you need to delete half of your model by deleting by symmetry. Yeah, I think I am. I think I see what you mean. I'll have to try it. It sounds complex. I'd rather just work around it though, for the moment. Huh? Have you seen Studio Fantastical Creature on Instagram? They're working on your Elden Frog print, and the progress is looking great so far. Can you send me the link, KPDM? I don't think that I've seen this. Thank you very much for your answer. I apologize if I disturb your work. I'm now a big fan. No worries. Being busy is good, but I hope it doesn't overwhelm. Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. Keep your senses safe and stay healthy. Trying. Any plans for a vacation soon? Yeah, kind of this this summer. I'm supposed to take a week off to go to see the my parents-in-law. I guess that counts as vacation. Hello Marco, glad I catch the stream today. Nice sneak peek of the new piece. You live and breathe ZBrush, man. Love the female character. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So remesh will not work with local symmetries on. Yeah. Hi, Chaos Mason, Master. Hey! Hey, Alex. Alex, Mr. Bit. The Painted Dragon, hey, yeah, sounds like it, yeah. I tried to buy alphas, but the site gives me some kind of error when buying, probably because I'm from Russia. Oh, yeah, maybe there's a restriction, or like a banking restriction, yeah. Thanks for the link. I'll check that out. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Okay. No. I know that guy. It's just I didn't know his Instagram, but I've seen what he did on Facebook. Yeah, Stewart Goods. I think that's pretty cool what he's doing. Eh. I'm loving to see the frog printed like this. Yeah, it's like the frog STL that I'm selling. He's like printing it. He's actually printing it like super huge size as well. Look at the size of that compared to his hand and everything. That's pretty cool. He's like painting as well. Can't wait to see the progress on this. That's gonna be cool. Hey Mo! Hello Mo. Hello Mo. Moby Dick size. Yeah. Maybe I'll add one more part for this kind of like metal treatment. For like the metal trims, I mean. Just here. As simple as this. I'm not even gonna put more polish into that. So yeah, once again, just a little reminder for people that the entire exercise of this character is to kind of like polish as you go, as fast as possible without like much like technical technicity, I guess, technicality. Like I'm trying to not really like bother with like remeshing everything, doing panel loops, and trying to use like just like techniques that are like super quick and all. Well, that's one thing to take in consideration. I think I'll polypaint those pieces here also on the arm, because I'd like to be able to visualize the colorization like pretty much right now. So let's take a few minutes to do this. As I mentioned previously, this is going to help during the baking process. We'll be able to reuse all of that. Yeah, thanks for the follow. You know what, Mo? I appreciate that you come and check the streams. Isn't it like 5 in the morning where you are right now? Ooh, that's a groovy jam. Amo, did you end up playing Outlast? Oh, by the way, yeah, Painted Dragon, thank you so much for the subscription. I just saw it, I didn't hear the pop-up. Super rad, thank you. Outlast. Yeah. So, do you like it so far? Oh yeah. Do you mean like the solo experience is so-so? Scary as fuck sometimes, yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? That's what it's meant to be. Me and Sushan played together. We were on panic mode all match. Alright, that's cool. Alright, I might actually try it someday then. That's interesting to know. The right now I'm playing Zelda. Of course, big fan of Zelda, so okay, there's a couple of games that I started and I wasn't really able to go really far. Like I tried like the Pizza Man game. I don't think that's named Pizza Tower. I think that's pretty funny. That's pretty cool. I played Jedi as well. I didn't have time to get super far though, but I'll play at some point when I get time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop after I'm done polypainting this piece. I'll add the details on the forearm piece on my next stream because I need to go do a couple of things very soon. Let's look at it with the rest, because I think I'm gonna need to figure out a few like accent colors to place on the character. Right now there's not much place to put accent colors, eh? That might be too big of a shape to have one of the accent colors, but let's try it for the moment. Same for these. Oops. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe that'll work. By the way, sorry, I know I haven't checked the chat in a while. I'll be right there. I just want to complete this. Yeah, selections don't work. But there's workarounds. Yeah, that's better like this. Still not sure about those parts here, but I mean the color of them. I think my kid just got home from daycare. Yep, that's gonna be better for the accent colors. Oops. Okay, alright, well, I mean, that's that. That's not a lot that I've been able to do today, but I mean, just after like a few like mid details and details, we'll be done with the four, at least the central part of the forearm, and then we'll just need to do like this piece and this piece, the ones in red, and yeah, that'll be done. So yeah, a little bit of poly paint, a little bit of modeling. That's what we've been able to do today. Yep. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna be it. It feels like a departure song anyway. Alright, let's just read the chat real quick before going. Alright. So, Carpe Diem, you were saying about the frog, looking awesome, the material feels well done. Yeah. I guess visiting in-laws counts as vacation. Was thinking more like beach or hiking trail. Well, I mean, they're near a lake. They live near a lake, and in front of a lake, actually, and there's a lot of hiking trails around, so, hey, technically. And we're there for like a while. Wait a second. Hello, my love. Hi. That was my kid saying hi. 5-minute craft music. That's good. It's fun. Scary as F. So difficult. Okay, like, please try this one. You won't regret it. Let's say you lost stager for the remesh. You know what? I'll just take a screenshot of what you're saying and test it out when I can. There we go. Last one I believe was Jedi Survivor. That's cool. Yeah, that's the one I finished recently. Okay, cool, nice. Yeah, I'll continue it when I get time for sure. By the way, what was the inspiration for Dog Borg? Cedric had a dog at some point, and it was a mean little Chihuahua. So that was the inspiration. Salut Marco, j'ai découvert ta chaîne et tes travaux récemment. Je fais des personnages sur ZBrush depuis quelques années. Je n'ai jamais autant progressé sur le logiciel depuis que je suis tes conseils et tes techniques de vidéo. Merci de partager ton talent. Écoute Clément, ça me fait plaisir. Merci beaucoup du message. T'apprécies? Très apprécié. And one more. The IMM and all the Kid Bash part, did you make those or did you buy? Do you mind sharing the link? Well, it's just Vitaly's brushes, most of the IMM that I've been using. The performance was meh. Or Jedi, but you injured and finished the game as a story in combat is really fun. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I kind of like had this feeling a little bit. Alright, well, this is officially done, donezo for today. So I'll just finish with a little raid for fun. Boom. So anyways, thanks everyone for joining. More next week if I can. I hope I will be able to. It's just a little bit hardcore these days, but you know what? I mean, at some point I'll probably get more available again. So thanks for your patience, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.